So I have now officially finished my tour, finished about 3 weeks ago. As you can see, I've got a brand new hair colour. This is my new phase of my creative journey. It's going to be green instead of blue. And I also got a bit of a cold, so sorry if I'm a bit croaky. I've been really run down since I came off tour, and I think it had been such a busy year that everything caught up with me all at once. So I thought I would do a bit of a post-tour reflection and talk about the challenges and the best bits and kind of what's happening next for me now that it's all over. Hey, so I'm about to start my tour, which is very exciting. I'm just about to head off to Tiny Rebel in Cardiff for my first tour date, so feeling pretty nervous, quite anxious today as well. I think it's been a little while since I performed. I haven't performed since my album launch party in November. But I'm also just feeling a bit anxious in general at the moment. That's okay. I'm trying not to stress. I'm trying to keep my energy high and to focus on the good stuff. And I know that once I get there and once I start playing, I'm going to have a brilliant time. There's loads of other cool bands on the bill tonight as well. It's kind of an evening of dark alternative music, so yeah, should be really good. Looking forward to it. I also loved playing at the Camden Club in London. That was my first ever London show. That was a great night, some really fun acts and a lot of dancing, and people were really engaged as well, so that was great. It's actually quite hard to put my makeup on in like a flat way.
Well, yeah, I mean, how can you put your makeup on without pulling a face?
I'm really glad that I get to do this, that I get to share my music with new audiences and new crowds. Yeah, it means a lot to me to be able to do that.
Well, this one goes out to the thief and all that bloody dream. Every night I make a spa and name it after you.
Oh my god.
Oh, hello, my handsome. Oh, dear little face.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing her live and just hanging out and stuff. And the other support act is Foxxglove, who she's a friend of mine. She performed at my album launch party. She's also brilliant, so it's going to be a really special night of like dark, alternative, indie women singer-songwriters, which is my favourite genre, obviously. So yeah, it's going to be really special.
In the wrong parts of town. Walk to almost any place and get a cash petrol. There was a terrible waitress and an even worse singer. Let's go get high on hold. Dance till the cups run clear.
Run down my face and hands, let them see
show with Emily Breeze and Foxxglove was really special. That was probably like in my top 3 shows that I've ever played, actually. It was such a nice night, and because the 3 of us gelled really well in terms of our genres, we had a great crowd. You know, people were into it and dancing and really engaged throughout the whole night.
Honey, I don't want to slow down, honey, I slow down, honey, if we're being honest, fractured from the
In the game before me they could see, but who'd back a calamitous thing like me? So I try to emulate all that you do, but my blundering feet leads right through.
In terms of some of the challenges, I think this has shown me that live music in the UK still hasn't fully recovered from COVID. And like, I don't want to dwell too much on the negatives, right? But I did want to just talk about that a little bit. I think it's a number of factors. Partly people's habits seem to have changed. I think people aren't coming to shows as much as they used to. I've had conversations with musicians all over my tour who all said they were witnessing the same thing. And I think the cost of living in the UK at the moment is really having an impact. A lot of people are really struggling to afford to do things like going to shows and buying drinks out. Obviously, that sort of thing you can do at home much cheaper, and people are choosing not to. And you know, that really sucks. It sucks for live music. Things will recover and the arts will flourish again, but it might take a little while. It's going to be quite a tough time for performing musicians for a little while yet, and I don't think there's a lot of money in live music at the moment. If you're a small artist, especially if you're very small and independent like me. You know, I was lucky enough to get paid for my shows, but I still made a loss on the tour on the whole, and I'm okay with that because it was never about making a profit. It was about the love of performing and kind of getting out there and getting to do this thing. But it does mean that some people wouldn't be able to afford to do that. And that's such a shame, and I think there's a lot of people's music that we're not going to get to hear because they've got those barriers to be able to share them. But all that said, and I don't want to talk too much about negatives, all that said, it was a really special experience for me. I feel really lucky to get to do this, and yeah, I'll definitely tour again, and hopefully when I get to do that, when my next album is out in 2-3 years, then the live music scene will look a bit different again. So yeah, looking forward to that. So in terms of what's next for me, I'm going to be taking a few months off from performing. I feel like I've been in this very outward facing space where I've been doing a lot of self-promotion, social media marketing and performing, and a lot of kind of image heavy stuff. And it's going to be really nice to switch focus and to step into more of an inward facing space where I can do more writing again, start working on my next album. But I will be releasing music. I've got something coming out later this year, and then I'm going to start working on my second album. So yeah, very excited.